Thank you very much. I will join the previous honorees in thanking the Funds Cancer Research Foundation. I'm really grateful this is a wonderful recognition. Actually, I work now for a better part of 30 years on this field of angiogenesis, on the growth of blood vessels. It's an idea that goes back to the 30s and the 40s. The blood vessels are very important for the growth of tumors, as well as plays a key role in some eye disease which lead to blindness. And people have been looking for this hypothetical angiogenic factor now for many decades. I was really extremely fortunate, work that I started when I was a postdoctoral fellow in the early 80s at UCSF. I was fortunate to identify and subsequently isolate a molecule which is called vascular endothelial growth factor. This work was initially driven purely by curiosity. We didn't really have any idea that this molecule could turn out to be particularly important. There was already other angiogenic factor which has been described. And instead, there actually was very interesting that, in work we did actually was mostly done in my 25-year tenure at Genentech, the biotech company in South San Francisco before I joined UC San Diego. We were able to show that VEGF was a particularly important, was maybe the master regulator of blood vessel growth in a variety of circumstances, in physiology. It was very important and also seems to be implicated in a number of diseases, like tumors and some eye diseases. And so this work led, to the subsequent, to develop, some drugs, a new class of drug, the VEGF inhibitors, which has been actually turned out to be important not only in cancer, they're now widely used, for a variety of tumors like, colon cancer, lung, cancer, very recently even ovarian cancer and cervical cancer. They've extended the life of many patients. What is probably even more significant is that this VEGF inhibitor had a major impact in some eye disease. They've been able to prevent blindness in as many as 90% of patients with age-related macular degeneration, because of blood vessels in this disease a very destructive role. And so this has been wonderful. So of course, this work has not been done by one person. I'm greatly indebted, to many colleagues and collaborators, which over the years have played such a critical role in this work. I would like to keep this speech very short. I would like to say basic science and scientific discovery has been incredibly fulfilling. It's been fantastic, to be able to identify this molecule. But what has been perhaps even more rewarding is the fact that this research, led, to some application, to some translation, which has benefited many people. Millions of people have been treated, with the VEGF inhibitors, and certainly bring about some benefit, And so I would like to dedicate, this award to the patients. And last but not least, I would like to thank actually my wife, which after 20 years has been actually so supportive. Actually, the life of a scientist is like a roller coaster. Sometimes things go well, and then and so she's been incredibly supportive. Thank you very much.